Alright you guys, it's 7:27 a.m. now for me. UFC 317 is a wrap. I just recorded my reaction. Somehow the audio did not record. That's why I'm recording again. Life of a UFC fan in Europe, right? Ilia Topuria knocked the life out of Charles Oliveira in the first round. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I was going nuts. Watch my live reaction on my channel, from my Twitch stream. Follow the Twitch channel as well. No one ever knocked out Charles Oliveira like that. People knock him down, finish him on the ground, whatever. No one ever knocks him out. Wow, like the moment he landed on the ground, he was out already. And then the two follow-up shots was brutal to watch that in slow-mo. I really feel for Charles. I love Charles, but as you see, I was definitely rooting for Ilia. I'm an absolutely huge Ilia fan. Don't worry, that's not how I normally combine this thing. I just thought for the camera I wear something nice. Anyways, absolutely insane performance. Ilia looked like he was 2 to 3 weight classes undersized. It really looked like a bantamweight against a huge lightweight. It was insane. Like, I was really worried for a second. When Charles had him in the clinch there, I was like, damn, Ilia might made a mistake by going up to lightweight, because Charles, like, Ilia was strong there. He was holding his own, but you could see Charles looked so strong during the clinch, and it looked like he's fighting his little brother or something. It was insane, but Ilia beautifully reversed him to the ground and got a crucifix as well, showed how dominant and good he is on the ground as well with the grappling. Charles had that little sequence where he had his leg and attacked his leg in a way, and Ilia was in a little bit of danger because his knee was past the line, but he got out of it pretty smoothly, and there was no real submission threat because Charles wasn't attempting any submission in this moment, so don't make too big of a deal out of this. I know some Charles fans will probably do that, but yeah, absolute dominant performance by Ilia, really like flawless, unless in the beginning I think he ate like 1 or 2 nice shots by Charles, but cut him up immediately, and he showed that his power is generational. His power is absolutely crazy. You have to see, first of all, the greatest 3-5 win streak in UFC history. Whatever you try to tell me, the greatest. Volkanovski, Holloway, Topuria, Oliveira. First round knockout, second round knockout, and third round knockout he has now against those 3 guys. All 3 guys finishes. Guys like Holloway who have never been finished before, never been knocked out before, never even been knocked down. Maybe against Gaethje allegedly, but he knocked him out cold. Charles Oliveira, he knocked him out cold. This is insane. And he promised that his power will be even crazier at lightweight, and we saw that. I mean, that was absolutely crazy to witness. I've never seen something like this before. This guy is a once-in-a-lifetime talent, and he is, in my opinion, the pound-for-pound number 1 right now. Of course, Islam has the better resume, of course. But for me, my interpretation of pound for pound is who is right now the best mixed martial artist on the planet. Who right now would beat the other guy if they would be the same weight class. And I do think that Ilia Topuria right now beats every single other guy. I think Ilia Topuria is the pound for pound greatest fighter in the world right now. He has no real holds. Charles did a great job with the front kicks and stuff. I do think that's a great, smart thing to do against Ilia. Paddy went in the cage afterwards. It was kind of weird because Ilia was talking about Arman. He was talking about the guy with the back and stuff like that. And Rogan was like, oh, you're talking about Paddy. And then the camera went to Paddy and they brought Paddy in the cage. I was like, Ilia was not even talking about Paddy. He was talking about Arman. And of course, Paddy against Ilia will feature generations. There will be a great fight that sells a lot of pay-per-views and all of that. I do think Ilia knocks the life out of Paddy and plays with Paddy, but hey, Paddy got much better. Paddy somehow is also a guy that always finds a way to win, which is weird because he doesn't look that good when he fights, but somehow always finds a way to win. But I do think Ilia will knock the life out of Paddy. I do think it was a little bit unnecessary to like call him all those names in front of his own son and shove him and stuff like that. You want to be a little bit of a role model, but hey, it is what it is, the heat of the moment. But yeah, Ilia Topuria, an absolute legend. My new, like since a while now, my new favorite fighter, ever since Conor left the sport, who was my idol back in the day. Ilia is now my favorite fighter, and he continues to deliver. He continues to be absolutely awesome in and outside the cage, just an easy guy to root for, right? And of course you get booed if you fight Charles, but I do think in his next fight he will be the A side of the fight, and absolutely beautiful job by Ilia. I hope I didn't miss anything because, as I said, I recorded before, so I hope I didn't think I said something that I didn't say, but yeah. I mean, he showed everything. He looked undersized, but made quick work of Charles, and absolutely beautiful. I felt for Charles. It was really hard to see Charles going out like that, but it is what it is. Then Joshua Van as well. Some honorable mentions. Joshua Van against Royval, fight of the year for me. Absolute treat to watch. Beautiful job. 23 years old. What a freaking maniac. I do think Pantoja is a bad matchup for him just because of the ground game. Pantoja is smart and experienced. He looked like his father in there in the face-off. I said, and I posted on Twitter, it looks like Joshua Van is like the boyfriend of Pantoja's daughter or something, and they have beef in the backyard or whatever. But I do think he will probably lose against Pantoja, but that will be a great experience, and Van is a future champ for sure. Phenomenal boxing. Reminds me a little bit of Ilia Topuria with his boxing. Then what else happened? Gregory Rodriguez, horrible ground and pound shot. That was so stupid in my opinion. I understand heat of the moment and all of that, but that was not heat of the moment. He didn't follow up immediately. He thought about it, looked at him, and was like, oop, why not? And that was just stupid in my opinion. I know that's a sport, but when you wait like that for it and you're clearly conscious that he is unconscious, it's just unnecessary, especially since he's a man of God and seems to be a nice, humble guy outside the cage. That was just unnecessary. Herb Dean, get your shit together. Come on, man. I always thought dark-skinned guys are fast, but Herb Dean seems to be the exception there. But Pantoja, phenomenal performance. I'm glad he won against Kai Kara-France. Kai Kara-France was pretty annoying the whole week, but Pantoja, absolute beast, what a legend. Second greatest flyweight of all time. You could make a case that one more defense, he would be the greatest flyweight of all time just because DJ hasn't fought the same competition that Pantoja's fought. Absolutely insane. What else happened? There were so many great fights. His card was absolutely fantastic. A treat to watch. I'm glad I stayed up the whole night, which I do every weekend, but I'm glad this time. Last weekend I wasn't glad with UFC Azerbaijan, but that was a treat to watch. If you were there in the arena, I envy you. I hope you enjoyed it. Absolutely phenomenal fight card, and was worth every penny for everyone that bought the pay-per-view. Right. I hope I didn't forget anything. A lot of great knockouts, a lot of great finishes. I hope a lot of bonuses are getting thrown out by Dana, who's holding the press conference as I speak. I will upload this video without any editing, guys. I'm too tired and now. I do think you enjoy or you appreciate the reaction being raw and fast. Just like my... Anyways. When I'm tired, I talk too much shit to you guys. So this is my reaction to UFC 317, right? Your reaction in the comments, you guys. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, would appreciate that. Check out my Twitch streams as well for the watch alongs. The link is in the bio. Check it out, you guys. Stay bloody, and until the next one, bye bye. Bloodsport out.